second bike of the day. This is the R1200R, the road version of the R1200RS that I rode a month or so ago. And this is second bike of the day. As I said previously, rode the S1000R, BMW's inline-4 1-litre bike, road bike as well. Although it doesn't feel as roady as this one. The S1200R has a perfectly upright position compared to the S1000. That's a bit more leaning forward. And what can I say about this bike? It's pretty much the R1200RS, but with a more upright sitting position and a less fairings, less wind protection. You know, there's not a big windscreen. I think that this tiny windscreen here does a bit to help, but not much. It doesn't look as bad as the black windscreen on the S1000R that I just rode. But yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know if it's doing a lot in terms of deflecting the wind, but yeah, the wind blast is quite clear. It's clear air, just clean air just coming through. And it's got a fairly good weather protection, to be honest, with the big boxer down there kind of protecting, shielding my legs from the wind. And you get the heat from the engine, so all in all, pretty much the same experience as the R1200RS. The engine is the one that I love, the 1200 boxer engine, the 1170cc opposed twin. And again, it's 125 brake, 125 newton meters of maximum torque. I've said so much about this engine. There's not really much more to say. I just love it. And comparing it to so they're both road bikes, and comparing this one to the S1000R, this is a lot more comfortable. The S1000R felt like a sports bike that's trying to be a road bike, whereas this one feels like a proper road bike. It's comfortable. You can do long distances on it. You can commute on it. And yeah, I think it comes through in my excitement when I talk about this bike compared to when I talked about the S1000 when I did the S1000R video. So this one has all the comforts that you'd want. It's got heated grips. It's got cruise control. Comes with all the electronics. In this particular version, comes with 3 riding modes. I'm on road at the moment, and pretty much like the S1000R. I'm on road at the moment. It comes with dynamic, and it comes with rain, and there's also a 4th riding mode, which is custom or user, I think. I don't know the exact name. So and what it does is it allows the rider to set up the various possible combinations of the adjustments that they want. So the throttle, suspension, traction control, and all those things. So it allows the rider to control them separately or individually, whereas these other riding modes, they have their own default settings for each one. So this one, pretty much like the S1000R, also comes with the Gear Shift Assist Pro, which is BMW's posh name for quick shifter, and auto blipper, so you can shift up or down without using the clutch from first. It's not as smooth as the gearbox is not as smooth as the S1000R. The S1000R was butter smooth, so this one has that against it. But I mean, pretty much like every boxer equipped bike that I've tested, the gearbox feels a bit agricultural. So it's never very, very smooth, whether you use the clutch or you use the quick shifter. Actually, shifting from first to second on this one, I tend to use the clutch because it's very, very clunky. the S1000R I didn't feel that way. So I'm so excited talking about the bike that I missed my turn there to this nice lovely spot where I normally do the walk-arounds. Again, this is I got to ride this bike because it's BMW North Oxford's launch event day, so they are launching the new 2018 bikes. They're kind of making a big thing about the F750 and the F850 GS. They're not really my types of bikes, and I'll probably try to book a test ride on them, but I would be more interested in doing the 1200 GS and the 1200 GSA comparison test. But I digress. This is all about the R1200R that I'm riding. What a machine. It's so comfortable. You know, it's a very upright sitting position. Everything, you know, the buttons are, you know, your typical BMW buttonage going on. I do like, like I said on the RS when I test rode it, the display's a bit dated, I think. I know that BMW are doing their new connection. What's it called? I don't know. Their new display, the TFT display, which looks very, very nice, very 21st century. But oh, sorry, sir. It's a bit narrow, this bridge. And yeah, so here we are. This is Minster Lovell. It's a lovely little village. This is the Windrush River here. Just might as well do a bit of a touring guided visit. This is the hotel, I don't know, Minster Lovell Hotel. And this is the Minster Lovell Old Swan pub. Very, very nice here to the left. I'm going to try to, there's a spot over there where I normally try the turning radius of the bike and how she handles at slow speed. So let's see how she does. It's got a bit of gravel, so it's a bit slippery. Oh, and there's a car park there. Oh no, not good. This is where I normally try my my UEs. Car park there. So this is a bit slippery. So she handles very nice at slow speeds though. It's got a good turning circle. The S1000R didn't feel like it had such a good turning circle, but this one handles very, very nice. Another thing is that this engine allows, I mean, the twins. I think it's a twin thing. It's a lot easier to ride at slow speeds than the S1000R. The S1000R just wants to be, just wants to be very, very, very fast. Wants to be abused, I'd say. This is much more sensible. So here's the Windrush River to the right. Hey, there you go, you get a bit of added bonus of a guided tour. We're in the heart of the Cotswolds, as it is. Let's stop here for a quick walk around, shall we? Bad though for a standard pipe. So what else can I say about the R1200R? If I were on the market for a road bike, I would certainly buy this one over the S1000R. Yeah, this is it really. It's even better than the RS because the sitting position is more comfortable. I can see myself doing longer hours on this, longer miles on this bike than on the RS, for instance. And because it's got the same engine, and because wind protection is very, very good on this one. So I just earlier I said that I didn't think that this windscreen was doing much, but come to think about it, it does. So I can feel the air becoming turbulent at my shoulder level, which is pretty much the same as on my GT with a bigger windscreen. So I think it's doing a very, very good job. And like I said before, the engine has all the power that I need. 125 brake, 125 newton meters of torque. I don't know exactly at what RPM you get the maximum torque or power. Put that up on the screen, but it is. I prefer torquier engines like the twins than more powerful, higher revving engines like the inline 4 on the S1000. It's a bigger bike, definitely a bigger bike. Heavier, feels heavier. At the same time, you can flick it around quite easily. And she will go, and it steers, like a charm. You think where you want to go and she goes. Again, it's pretty much everything I said about the RS applies to the R. The only difference being different fairings and a more upright sitting position. Oh, and another plus on this bike is that, unlike the RS, that I found very, very noisy, even with I don't think that this is an adjustable windscreen over there, but the RS has an adjustable windscreen, but even at its highest position, it was creating a lot of turbulence on my helmet and a lot of noise inside. I don't know how the sound on this one is going to turn out, but straight away I don't feel as much noise inside my helmet as I did with the RS, so there might be something about that's better on this bike than on the RS. And I'm not sure, but I think we can fit the same pannier racks on this one as the RS. So again, a bonus of the added panniers. And if I was on the market for one, I could use the same panniers that I have on my GT, so I wouldn't need to buy new ones. So for touring purposes, this bike, I dare say it's actually better than the RS. Not sure about the comfort for the pillion though. The seat doesn't seem to be very comfortable, doesn't seem to be very wide, but definitely for one up, this is a very, very good touring bike. So let's see how she handles traffic, shall we? Thank you. Well, I can say that the back brake is absolutely brilliant. Front brakes are great as well, but the back brake is quite a great surprise. I have to say that this bike, two things that I forgot. First, it's keyless ignition. You may have already noticed that. And the other thing is that this bike is absolutely new. It has about 110 or 115 miles to it. I'll probably put a bit more, some 20 or 30 miles on top of that. But yeah, so it's brand new. So everything is still very much in place. So maybe that's why the brakes feel so great. But the back brake, I have to say, the rear brake is absolutely beautiful. And you can see the gear shift assist pro is a bit clunky. It's a lot more agricultural than agricultural. What a word! Hard word, difficult word to say. So let's see if we can do a spot of filtering. We're just arriving at BMW North Oxford. A massive shout out to them for letting me take these bikes out today. Yeah, not much of a chance for filtering now. Never mind. But yeah, massive shout out to BMW North Oxford. And I guess this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and that's all very much appreciated. Until well, see you on my next video, guys. Ta-ra! Filtering along.